4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, guys? What's happening? I fix it in your face, Daniel, and today I'm going to teach you how to clone any one of your handheld emulation clone device SD cards, because this is something that you really need to do, especially if you've just purchased it. You need to immediately make a copy with a very good SD card, something reputable, class 10 or higher, something designed for 4K, because those types of cards can actually handle high heat, which this console actually puts out quite a bit of heat on those SD cards. So don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. I'm going to try to do a complete and full walkthrough on my computer to show you guys exactly how to clone any one of your handheld console micro SD cards using Win-Disk32. Let's get started. Sorry guys, I'm kind of a tech nerd, so I've got everything everywhere. Let's sit down. We're going to do this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over to my computer. I'm going to close whatever this stupid ad is. We're going to go to my Google Chrome. We're going to go to the search bar and we're going to type Win-Disk32. I've already got it there. This is where you're going to go to get your file. So we're going to click here. We're going to download it. Should go to my downloads folder. So it's going to start the download here in a second. There we go. It just went up here to the downloads. It's almost done downloading. Make sure that your computer has a lot of space, because you're putting 50, 60 or more gigabytes. This has around 1 terabyte of space. Even though this is my gaming PC, it has around 1 terabyte of space. And I don't think I've used all of it. Not that I need more than that. So anyways, you can go click here. If you have Google Chrome, normally it just pops up. It says, would you like this to make changes? Yes, we're going to install this to the computer now. I accept this agreement. Next. And it's going to install all of this. We're going to create a desktop shortcut. We're going to hit next, and then we're going to install. Now here's the thing. All right, I'm going to let this launch. So we're going to close that down. We're going to close the README text because I don't need it. So here's what you should have now. We should have this available. So now your computer is ready for the cloning process. So what you're going to do, we're going to be cloning the SD card for this orange one today. So I'm going to take the stock SD card that came in it, the OEM SD card, and you have a choice. You're going to either use a style like this, USB micro adapter, or you can use the scan disk that came with it if your computer has an SD card scan slot. Today, just because this one is faster than this one has a faster write speed on it, we're going to be using this one here. If I can get that in there, come on. And we're going to plug that directly into the front of the computer, let it read it for a sec. It should start pulling up EROMs files and all that stuff. I am on Windows 11, if you guys were curious. So now that this is open, what we're going to do is we're going to open my file manager. We're going to go to this PC, and we're going to see that my Windows C drive has a lot of space left available. I have 459 gigs free out of 930 out of 1 terabyte. I've got a lot of games on here, but I have plenty of space to do this. This is your ROMs folder. As you guys can see, this is where all your games are stored. That's a huge file, 46.9 gigs. And then you have a small file here. This is your image file, your system image file that it basically creates. It doesn't matter which one of these you choose when you start this process, but look at your drives. This is what we're looking for, drive D and drive E. For the purposes of the video, I'm going to go ahead and choose drive E. So what we're going to do, now that we know which drive we're going to be copying, we're going to come back to Disk Manager, and we're going to choose drive D, right? Just double check yourself, go back, like, are we positive? No, let's do drive E. Okay, so we'll close that, come back over here, and we'll set this as drive E. Now we're going to do a disk image file. So what we're going to do is come here to the little folder, and we are going to go to this PC. We're going to choose my C drive, and I'm going to go ahead and just type a name, orange. Oops, did that not work? What the hell's going on here? OR. Why is O not working? There we go. That was weird. Orange copy. Okay. Apparently I haven't used my keyboard in a while. And now I'm just going to hit open. Okay. There we go. So I've got my device set for E. This is what it's going to read from. And this is where it's going to put the copy in my C drive right here. And it's going to be labeled orange copy, if you guys can see that. So we're reading from drive E. And we are going to be making a copy in the C drive, orange copy. All right, we're not adjusting any of these other things, and all I'm going to do from here is just hit read, and it's going to give me a time. It's going to say, okay, this is going to take around 46 minutes to read and calculate all this information and make a copy of it. Okay, so I will see you guys when this process is done. So in 45 minutes, I'll come back and we will continue the video from this point. That's all you have to do so far. It's very simple. There's not much to it. That's it. Okay, so I will see you guys in approximately 46 minutes. See, it says read successful. So I'm going to hit OK. And now we're going to come over here to where I put in the SD card. We're going to go ahead and pull that out. This is the OEM. I'm going to slide this into its case so that I always have it in case I corrupt one of my SD cards. And now we're going to take this new SD card. Make sure that the SD card is either the same size as the one you're copying or larger. I would say just get the same size, because buying a larger one, if you're just doing a cloning process without altering the parameters of the size of the card manually, then it's better just to get a card. Otherwise, you're just wasting all the extra space that you can't access unless you obviously redo the parameters. Allocate drive space, which a lot of you probably won't know how to do, so we're not going to worry about that until another day. So either get the same side memory card, class 10 or higher. Something that can at least handle 4K will do you the best, because those are high heat cards. They can handle a lot more heat, and we're going to push that in there. This is a completely fresh SD card. You'll see that it just popped up, and it is drive D. So I'm going to come over here to where it says device, and I'm going to change this now to drive D, and I'm going to come down here and hit write, and then I'm going to say yes, and now I'm going to wait. So I have an hour and, let's say, hour and 6 minutes, hour and 15 minutes, something like that. It's writing almost 60 gigabytes of data to that card, so it has a lot of work to do. So when this is done, I'll come back and then we'll stick it in my orange one, and I'll show you that we were able to make a clone copy. Okay guys, this is almost done. It did take roughly an hour and 47 minutes. So I'll let this finish, and then I've got this ready to, I'm going to do this one-handed if possible. We'll let this finish. It should only take a second here. I should complete this SD card. There we go. Looks like it is almost done here. There we go. So it says write successful. Now you can see here that it has partitioned this drive out. So now I have this and this. Instead of one partition, I have this and this, which was our original file size and setup. So now that that has been put on there, what I'm going to do is press OK. We're going to come over here. I'm going to pull this out. We're going to take the SD card out. I'm going to put that right in the side here and see if I can push this down without knocking this over with one hand. See if we can get this in there. There we go. And now let's turn this device on and make sure our clone came out good. If it didn't and you keep having a problem, get a different SD card, because some of them just don't work. Let's see if this bumps up Arcos. Let's see if Arcos starts up. There it is. Arcos 2.0. And we should have our full emulation station popping up for the first time. And there you go. We have made a complete clone copy of our SD card. So I have 3 of them now. I have the normal one underneath here, the one that I continue to update, the clone copy that I continue to update. So as I play with this, every once in a while I'll take this out, make a copy of this, I'll delete this one, and then I'll put that copy, I'll clone the one that I'm currently playing so that this one always stays up to date with all my game saves and game change files and everything that I'm doing. So these are the constantly updated ones. The original ones are behind here, and then the one that I currently use at all times. It's always great to keep backups for yourself. Now, you don't have to keep this copy on your computer because obviously now it's pulling 60 gigabytes of space, which you don't need, especially if you create multiple clone. You don't need this. So we're going to go ahead and exit. I'm going to go down to my file manager. We are going to open the C drive, and we're going to delete orange copy because I don't need this copy anymore. So we'll go to delete. Yes. Free up 57 gigs of space. You'll need to provide administrator, blah, 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 blah. Continue. Yes. And so it's probably going to dump it here, or it might be too big for the recycle bin, but it looks like it's gone. It completely wiped it right off the hard drive, didn't even put it in the recycle bin. So now my, yep, there you go. It's back up to normal. So I hope that helps you guys create a clone that works for any system. If I was to pull the one out of here, exact same process for all of your Android open source consoles. It works the same way. Or let's just say you just have an SD card that you just want to make a copy of from a cell phone or something like that. Same process applies. It makes no difference what you're doing it for. You're basically just creating an exact image copy of the one you have. So that's what happens. All right, guys. I hope that helps. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. I'll catch you on the flip. Toodles.